Hello everyone, in our refrigeration and air conditioning lecture series, we have already studied about the psychrometry and psychrometric chart. In this lecture, we are going to study about the psychrometric processes. So first process is the sensible cooling. So sensible cooling is the process at which the moisture content of the moisture will be constant and its temperature will be decreased when it will be flow through the cooling coil. Okay, so that means for the moisture content to remain constant, the surface of the cooling coil should be dry and its surface temperature should be greater than a dew point temperature of air. If we say cooling coil will be 100%, then the exit temperature of air will be equal to the cooling coil. But in general practice, the temperature of the air will be higher than the cooling coil temperature. Okay, so we will plot this is this. Okay. So we will see the sensible cooling process. So in sensible cooling process, we stated that moisture content will be constant. So for that, if you see here, O will be initial point and A will be afterward points. When O point air, so O point air we say, so suppose at a particular point, so temperature of that air will be TDO. TDO temperature moist air we are supplying to the cooling coil, and its specific humidity we will denote it is a W1. Okay, keeping specific humidity constant, if we decrease the temperature of the cooling coil, we will consider. So if you see here at a point number A, suppose the dryable temperature of that air is TDA. Okay, so that means keeping specific humidity or humidity of that air will be constant. If you reduce the temperature of the air, we will consider it is a sensible cooling process. Okay, now if you see on the uh, enthalpy scale, if you find out the enthalpy of O point corresponding to the O point, it is denoted by HO, and enthalpy corresponding to the A point, it is denoted by HA. Okay, so energy will be reduced in that moist air will be calculated by using the formula QC is equal to MA in bracket HO minus HA. So MA is the mass flow rate of the dry air and HO is enthalpy at O point, A is enthalpy at A point. Okay, so similarly we can find out this is equal to MA CPM in bracket TO minus TA. Here TO is the temperature, dryable temperature at O point, and TA is the temperature of air at A point, and CPM this is a humid specific heat. So that means by using this formula we will calculate the heat removed from the moist air, that means in the sensible cooling process. Okay, so this is the first process of the psychrometry. Okay, now next process is a similar process but a reverse case. So this process is a sensible heating process. Okay, so in that we will consider here the O point, that means initial point of the dry air, keeping. So if you plot the TDO temperature of this air and corresponding specific humidity, if you write down this is W1 or the WO, and keeping this humidity specific humidity constant, if we increase the temperature of moist air, that means process will be taking place from O to B, and at a B point suppose the temperature will be TDB. Okay, so TDB, so O to B process, when we increase the temperature of moist air keeping the specific humidity constant, we will consider it is sensible heating process. So and corresponding enthalpies, if you find out on the enthalpy scale, suppose this is enthalpy of corresponding O point and enthalpy HB is the corresponding B point. So from this, by using similar case of the sensible cooling, you will find out here the heat removed, or heat increase, or the heat added into the moist air. So this is Q of H is equal to MA HB minus HO is equal to MA CPM in bracket TB minus TO. So here again, so HB are the enthalpy at B point, HO is enthalpy at O point, Ma is the mass flow rate of dry air, then CPM is a humid specific heat, and TB is a dryable temperature at B point, and TO is a dryable temperature at O point. Okay, so this is about sensible heating process. Now next one. Now we will see the humidification process. Okay, so in humidification process, it is also called as a latent heating process. Okay, so in that, so in this process, at a particular temperature, if you consider the initial point of the moist air is A, and corresponding dryable temperature is Ta, keeping this temperature as constant, if we increase the moisture content into the air, then uh, then this process is called as humidification. So if you plot, so corresponding specific humidity at A point is Wa, and corresponding the specific humidity at B point, that is the ending point, it is Wb. So A to B process is called as humidification process or latent heating process. So latent heating, as the name indicate, when we will supply the water into the flowing air, then due to the heat addition process, the water in the liquid form will be converted into vapor form, and that will be added into superheated form into the air. So that's why the name indicated as a latent heating process. Okay, so here again, so latent heating, so qh qh is equal to ma in bracket here, so qh is equal to ma in bracket hb minus ha. So by using this one, we will find out the heat added, or the latent heating process heat will be added into the moist air. Okay, now we'll see the next process as dehumidification process. So this is a similar process, but in reverse case, as considered the humidification process. So here in this process, if you consider C is the initial point, and corresponding to C, the specific humidity will be Wc, and process will be taking place in C to D direction. Then at a D point, if you find out the Wd is the specific humidity, and if the dryable temperature at point C and point D will be same, then Tc is equal to Td. Then we will say that keeping the dryable temperature constant and increasing specific humidity of a moist air, that process is called decreasing specific humidity of the moist air, then we call it is latent cooling. Okay, or the dehumidification process. Dehumidification process means removing the water content from the moist air. Okay, so here we will see the formula as, so here the latent heating formula is equal to qc is equal to ma in bracket hc minus ho. So hc minus ho is, hc is the enthalpy at point C, and ho is enthalpy at point O. Okay, so by using same formula, if you find out by using specific humidity formula, we will get it is equal to, so this is qc is equal to ma mass flow rate of air multiply with hfg, means latent heat of the uh, water at corresponding temperature, and in bracket wc minus wd. Okay, so from this formula again we can find out the heat removed from this, the dehumidification process. Okay, now next process as a cooling and dehumidification process. Okay, so here cooling and dehumidification process is taking place from O point to C point. So for that we have consider here as a air washer. So when moist air is cooled below its dew point by bringing it in contact with the cold surface as shown in figure, the sum of the water vapor in the air condenses and leaves the air stream as a liquid. As a result, both the temperature and humidity ratio of the air decreases. Okay, so what we are taking place, we have considered here the moist air. So moist air will be taking into the over the cooling coil, and cooling coil temperature we will keeping as a dew point temperature. Okay, then whatever air is in contact with the cooling coil, so water content of that air will be condensed, and that will be collected and taking from the downside. Okay, then the fresh air with reduced moisture content will be released from the cooling coil. Okay, so here Ma is the mass flow rate of air, Ho is enthalpy of inlet air, and Wo is the specific humidity of air at inlet. Then if we taking release of the cooling coil, the Ma is again mass flow rate, because mass flow rate is same, there is no change. Hc is enthalpy of air when it is leaving the cooling coil, and Wc is the specific humidity at a corresponding points. So same procedure we will taking place on the psychrometric chart. So here we have O is initial point, and from the initial point, so cooling, so obviously we have taking the process as cooling and dehumidification process. So cooling we have already see for the sensible cooling process, it is taking place from right hand side to left hand side. Okay, so again if you see here, the it is moving from right hand side to left hand side. Again for the dehumidification, so humidity will be reduced. So for that, if you see C point, if you find out the C point, the Wo is a specific humidity at O point, and Wc is the specific humidity at a C point. Okay, and if you taking place to for our simplicity, so this is inclined line. So for that we will divide this process into two different processes. The first process is the dehumidification process. For that we have find out the interaction point is W. So dehumidification process, the specific humidity first will be reduced, and after that the cooling will be taking place. So at the W point, O point and W point, we have find out the enthalpies, and from W to C we will consider the process as a sensible cooling. So that means cooling and dehumidification process is the combination of dehumidification process and the sensible cooling process. Okay, now next one. So here for applying the mass balance of the water, so we have at initial we have the mass flow rate of air multiply with specific humidity of the inlet air. So Wo is equal to Ma multiply with Wc. So I mean again Ma is mass flow rate of air multiply with specific humidity at outlet of the air from the cooling coil plus Mw. So Mw is mass flow rate of water. So this mass flow rate of water is the water which is condensed and which will be taking out from the cooling coil. Okay, so this is for the mass balance of over the water. Okay, now by applying energy balance, so Ma multiply with Ho. So at inlet the enthalpy mass flow rate of air multiply with enthalpy is equal to Qt. So plus Mw multiply with Hw plus Ma multiply with Hc. So total heat will be removed. So we have the 2 points. If you see in the chart, we have 2 points here. So this is our process. This is O and C, and corresponding enthalpy as Ho and Hc. So if you multiply this difference Ho minus Hc with the mass flow rate of air, we will get total amount of the heat will be removed. Now minus Ma multiply with Wo minus Wc multiply with Hw. So second term of the RHS, the right hand side of the equation of the above equation, is normally small compared to the other term, so it can be neglected hence. So because why this one? So if you see, the whatever amount of water will be released, we will find out the energy of that one, but energy released from that water will be in a very small consideration, so that's why we are neglecting this one. So that's why we have total amount of heat reduced as Qt is equal to Ma in bracket Ho minus Hc. Okay, so now here it can be observed that the cooling and dehumidification process involves the both latent and sensible heat transfer processes. Hence the total latent and sensible heat transfer rates is equal to Qt, Ql and Qs. So we have already seen in the previous processes. So Qt is equal to Ql plus Qs. So Qt means total amount of heat, Ql means latent heating, that means dehumidification process, and Qs is sensible cooling process. Then here, so QL is Ma in bracket Ho minus Hw. So if you see on the diagram, so we have the W is here, and corresponding to W there is a Hw enthalpy at W point. So first we have the for latent process, so Ho minus Hw multiply with mass flow rate of air plus the QS is the sensible cooling process. That means if you taking the enthalpy difference as Hw minus Hc and multiply with mass flow rate of air, we are getting this is the equation. Okay, so this is about the cooling and dehumidification process. Now next process is cooling and humidification process. Okay, so cooling and humidification process we have. So this is the process here. Here we are taking the mass flow rate into the air washer, and in air washer we are spraying the water into the flow rate of air. Okay, so here inlet condition of air is Ma, mass flow rate of air, dry temperature is To, specific humidity is Wo, and enthalpy, corresponding enthalpy is Ho. Okay, and if you can keeping the its temperature will be higher than the temperature of the air, then due to the heat addition process, the water will be evaporated and it will be carried in the vapor form along with the air. So in that what will happen, the mass flow rate of air will be here again same, then temperature will be exit, so T, then We is the specific humidity of the exit air, and He is corresponding enthalpy. Okay, so if you plotted this will be shown here. So O is the initial point and E is exit point. So at adiabatic condition, keeping weight bulb temperature constant, we are taking place, this is the adiabatic condition, that means the no thermal energy will be added. So in that condition this process is taking place at weight bulb, keeping weight bulb temperature as constant. Okay, and if you increase the weight bulb temperature of the water greater than the weight temperature of water will be greater than the weight temperature of the inlet air, then we will consider it is not a adiabatic process. So in that this process will be taking place as a heating, cooling and humidification process. So that means the temperature will be reduced and humidification also taking place. Okay. Now next process as heating and humidification process. So heating and humidification process, this process is again combination of the sensible heating and latent heating. Okay, so for that we have the heating coil of the air. So this is the duct, in that air will be taking into the system and we will increase the temperature of air. That means first there is a sensible heating process, and after that there is air washer, and due to if we increasing the temperature of air, the water from the air washer will be evaporated and it will be taking place along with the air. So in that, so these are the initial condition of the air. So Ma, To, Wo and Ho is the mass flow of air. To is dry bulb temperature of inlet air, Wo is specific humidity of inlet air, and Ho is enthalpy of inlet air. And if you see the outlet properties as mass flow of air, Ma, the dry bulb temperature is Td, and specific humidity Wd, and enthalpy Hw or Hd. Okay, so this process will be plotted on the psychrometric charge like one. So this is the O point and this is the D point. So in that, this process, if you see the combination of latent heating, sensible heating and latent heating. Okay, so in that, temperature of the moist air will be increased along with the specific humidity is also increased. Okay, now, so here again, as a process of cooling and dehumidification process, here we taking place the mass balance of the water vapor. So Mw is equal to Ma multiplied Wd minus Wo. So mass flow of water, so here water content will be increased, so mass flow of water is equal to Ma multiplied Wd minus Wo. So Ma is mass flow of air multiplied with the specific humidity difference at exit point minus inlet point. Okay, so here Ma is the mass flow rate of dry air. For energy balance, QH is equal to Ma multiplied with Ht minus Ho minus Mw with multiplication with Hw. So here QH is the heat supplied through the heating coil, and Hw is enthalpy of the steam. Okay, so this is about the heating and dehumidification process. Now next process is heating and dehumidification process. So this process can be achieved by using a hygroscopic material which absorbs or absorb the water vapor from the moisture. This process is thermally isolated, then the enthalpy of air remains constant. As the result, the temperature of air decreases as its moisture content decreases. So this process will be indicated in diagram as here the inlet condition of the air to the hygroscopic material, and here the moisture content will be absorbed by the hygroscopic material and air will be released from the material. Then if you plot this diagram on the psychrometric chart, so O is the inlet condition of the dry air and keeping enthalpy constant. So enthalpy, if you plot here, so here Ho is equal to Hf, keeping enthalpy constant. When moisture content will be released, obviously its temperature also some content will be increased, and this is called the heating and dehumidification process, because this process consists of the latent cooling process and sensible heating process. Okay, so this is about the heating and dehumidification process. Okay, now we will see all the 8 processes plotted on the psychrometric chart. So here the main 4 processes are: the first one, sensible cooling. It will be taking place from right hand side to the left hand side horizontally, keeping specific humidity constant. Its temperature, dry bulb temperature will be decreased. On other hand, the sensible heating process, in that specific keeping specific humidity constant, increasing temperature, dry bulb temperature of air. This is sensible heating. Then keeping the next process is the humidification process. So this is from downward to upward direction, keeping the dry bulb temperature constant, increasing specific humidity of air. It is called humidification. Then next is dehumidification process. This is from top to bottom, so from top to downward direction. In that, the keeping dry bulb temperature constant, if we decrease the amount of moisture content into the air, this is called dehumidification process. Then uh, next process is heating and dehumidification process. So here the temperature, this is from this is from the center, keeping the enthalpy constant, removing the moisture content of the air. So this is at the fourth quadrant, heating and dehumidification process. Now in first quadrant, heating and humidification process. So here heating will be taking place, that means temperature will be also increase and humidity, moisture content also increase. So this is about heating and dehumidification process. Next, second quadrant, if you see second quadrant, keeping wettable temperature constant at adiabatic condition. So cooling and humidification process, in that temperature of air will be decreased and moisture content also increase. Okay, so and last is third quadrant, the eighth process, cooling and dehumidification process, in that temperature of the moist air will be decreased and specific humidity also decrease, so or the moisture content will be decreased. So this is about the psychrometric processes plotted on the psychrometric chart. And last one, the mixture of air stream. Okay, so there are the two concepts here. The first one is without condensation. If you taking place two air streams, that means mass flow of air at 1 and mass flow at point 2, if these two air streams will be mixed with each other and we are getting the third mass flow rate, that means the mixture of these two air. So this is the called the mass balance. If you see in the mass balance, Ma3 mass flow at exit point is equal to mass flow at 1 plus mass flow at 2. Okay, so this is about the mass balance. But when we plotted this points at a point number 1, if consider this is a point number 1 and point number 2, so these are the points according to the dry bulb temperature and specific humidity. We will plotted this point on the psychrometric chart. When these two air streams will be mix each other, then the third point will be find out when the line joining from 1 to 2 at the according to the mass balance. Okay, so point number 3, mass balance, we will find out the point number 3 which is lying on the line joining from 1 to 2. Okay, so here, so this is about the mixing of air stream. So here mass balance of the dry air and water vapor, Ma1 W1 plus Ma2 multiplied with W2 is equal to Ma3 multiplied with W3. Okay, so and this is also equal to Ma plus Ma2 multiply with W3, because we have already seen the mass flow rate of at point number 3 is the addition of mass flow rate at point number 1 and mass flow rate at point number 2. And for the energy balance, Ma1 Ha1 plus Ma2 multiplied with H2 is equal to Ma3 multiplied with H3. Okay. In that again, if you substitute Ma mass flow rate at point number 3 is equal to Ma1 plus Ma2. Okay, so this is about the energy balance, and this is about the water balance. Okay, water vapor balance. Okay, by using these formulas, we will find out to mark the point number 3 on the line joining from point number 1 to point number 2. Okay, now next, last is mixing of airstream with the condensation. Okay, so for that again we will consider when very cold and dry air mixes with the warm air at a high relative humidity, the resulting moisture condition may lie in the two-phase region. As a result, there is a condensation of water vapor and some amount of water will leave the system as a liquid water. So again same diagram here, the mass flow rate of at point number 1. So this first mass air stream and this is second air stream. So we will consider mass flow at 1 number point and mass flow at 2 number point. This will be mixed other. This is called mass flow at point number 3. Then even these three, then these two streams will be mixed each other. In that, if suppose first air stream had relative humidity is near about the 80 to 90%, and second stream have relative humidity is somewhat less, then what will happen when these two air streams mix each other, then some of the water will be condenses and that will be always available in the liquid form into the mixture. So in that condition, the point number 3 will be lies on the line joining from 1 to 2, but this will be denoted on the saturation line, because the saturation line consists of the 100% moisture content. Okay, so this is about the psychrometric processes. We will end here. Thank you.